when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, you give me all your loving and your hurt loving, all your hugs and kisses and your money too. Well, you know you love me, baby. Still you tell me maybe that someday, well, I'll be blue. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. When you say goodbye, yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, when Cupid shot his dart, he shot it at your heart. So if we ever part, then I'll leave you. You sit and hold me and you tell me boldly that someday, well, I'll be blue. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. Yes, that'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave, you know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. Well, that'll be the day. Ooh, ooh, that'll be the day. Ooh, ooh, that'll be the day. Ooh, ooh, that'll be the day.
A story about a Hopper Valley widowed wife who had a teenage daughter who attended Hopper Valley Junior High. Well, her daughter came home one afternoon and didn't even stop to play. And she said, "Mom, I got a note here from the Hopper Valley PTA." Well, the note said, "Mrs. Johnson, you're wearing your dress is way too high. It's reported you've been drinking and running round with men and going wild. And we don't believe you ought to be bringing up your little girl this way. And it was signed by the secretary, Hopper Valley PTA." Well, it happened that the PTA was gonna meet that very afternoon. And they were sure surprised when Mrs. Johnson wore her miniskirt into the room. And as she walked up to the blackboard, I can still recall the words she had to say. She said, "I'd like to address this meeting of the Hopper Valley PTA. Bobby Taylor sitting there, and 7 times he's asked me for a date. And Mrs. Taylor sure seems to use a lot of ice whenever he's away. And Mr. Baker, can you tell us why your secretary had to leave this town? And shouldn't Widow Jones be told to keep her window shades all pulled completely down? Well, Mr. Hopper couldn't be here 'cause he stayed too long at Kelly's bar again. And if you smell Shirley Thompson's breath, you'll find she's had a little nip of gin. And then you have the nerve to tell me you think that as the mother I'm not fit. Well, this is just a little Peyton place, and you're all Hopper Valley hypocrites. No, I wouldn't put you on, because it really did. It happened just this way.
Jeannie C. Riley here on Memories with Gary and Kathy on Classic Country Night, and that is Harper Valley PTA. And yes, I did survive the late show last night. I did get tired. If we'd have went to 12:15, my voice might have been showing the stress of the 3 hours, but I could feel it. But yeah, I'm glad everybody liked it. We're going to see how we can work that in there. We may make it one of the 5 nights a week. Maybe we'll do a Wednesday night. We'll try. We'll see. Okay, but Lord willing, we'll be on tonight from 11 to 12 for that easy listening classic music with people such as Wayne Newton and Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, some of Diana Washington and Ella Fitzgerald and so forth. That kind of music. So we want you to stay tuned for that, if you will, please. On Classic Country Night, this is David Houston with Living in a House Full of Love.
All of my life, my heart's been walked on, women said they love. My, how they talked on, telling me lies, filling my eyes with tears that I couldn't control. Couldn't get a hold of myself long enough to realize they were only trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Then I found you, skies turned blue, I'm living in a house full of love. And our love is pouring through the windows, coming in the door, and I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the walls, ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm a living in a house full of love. I lived in a hole like a rabbit, I couldn't find love. Blues were I had been a lonely man, couldn't understand why everything I tried went wrong. And you came along, bless your heart, showed me the right way, dried my eyes, turned my night to day. And I'm so proud I wanna holler out loud, tell the world about my house full of love. And our love is pouring through the windows, coming in the door, and I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the walls, ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm a living in a house full of love. And our love is pouring through the windows, coming in the door, I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the walls, ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm a living in a house full of love.
On a double date, me and Edith, you and Kate. Before we got past their front gate, there you were making eyes at Edith while you were making time with Kate. You can't have your Kate and Edith too, you rascal you, a little lady who. Then we went to a drive-in show. You were kissing on Kate, she wouldn't let you go. I looked at Edith, started feeling bold. I found your big hairy hand holding on to the hand I was trying to hold. You can't have your Kate and Edith too, you rascal you, a little lady who. Edith asked me if I would get her some popcorn. I said I would. When I got back, Dad blamed if you hadn't crawled into the back seat with Edith, and Kate was back there too. You can't have your Kate and Edith too, you rascal you, a little lady who. Years have passed since that first date. I married Edith, you married Kate. Now every night when I come home, your car's in the driveway, Kate's in the car, and you and Edith in the house alone. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You rascal, you. Hey, lady, ooh.
Man, you gotta understand. You can't have your cake.
That's the Statler Brothers, and I hope you enjoyed that. You can't have your Kate and Edith too, and that goes back quite a ways, and I hope that you enjoyed it. That's a funny song. It is, let's see, it's 10 o'clock, and you're listening to the WOTG radio network. Sorry for not getting on right away. Had some equipment situations that we needed to get taken care of with our the one device that opens all the other devices. It kind of controls the whole thing. I couldn't get it going, but finally I was able to just a few minutes ago. So we're going to be with you until until 11 o'clock, and then we'll be back with you from 11 to midnight with our classic easy listening classic music night as well. So join us for that. Okay, we're back on YouTube for the time being, and I hope it's going to be for the rest of the night. But as I told you back in the day when we first got YouTube back, that we might have some complications. Sure enough, we had some last night. So I hope that was just a one-time thing, a temporary thing. But we will try to get back on and stay on for a regular basis here on Memories with Gary and Kathy. All right, back to the music now, and we're going to have a mixture of classic as well as oldies music. This is Otis Redding here on Memories, and this is These Arms of Mine.
These arms are mine. They are lonely and fielding blue. These arms of mine, they are yearning from wanting you. And if you would let them hold you, oh, how grateful I will be. These arms of mine, they are burning from wanting you. These arms of mine, they are wanting to hold you. And if you would let them hold you, oh, how grateful I will be. Come on, baby. Just be my little woman. Just be my lover. Oh, I need me somebody to treat me right. Oh, I need your arms, loving arms to hold me tight. And I need your tender lips to hold me. Tell me when I'm right.
He walked into the bar and parked his lanky frame upon a tall bar stool. With a long, soft southern drawl, said, I'll just have a glass of anything that's cool. A barroom girl with hard and knowing eyes slowly looked him up and down. And she thought, I wonder how on earth that country bumpkin found his way to town. She said, hello, country bumpkin. How's the frost down on the pumpkin? I've seen some sights, but man, you're something. Where'd you come from, country bumpkin? It was just a short year later, in a bed of joy-filled tears, yet death-like pain. Into this wondrous world of many wonders, one more wonder came. That same woman's face was wrapped up in a raptured look of love and tenderness, as she marveled at the soft and warm and cuddly boy child feeding at her breast. She said, hello, country bumpkin. Fresh as frost down on the pumpkin. I've seen some sights, but babe, you're something. Mama loves her country bumpkin. 40 years of hard work later, in a simple, quiet, and peaceful country place, the heavy hand of time had not erased the raptured wonder from the woman's face. She was lying on her deathbed, knowing fully well her race was nearly run. But she softly smiled and looked into the sad eyes of her husband and her son. She said, so long, country bumpkins. The frost is gone now from the pumpkin. I've seen some sights and life's been something. See you later, country bumpkin. She said, so long, country bumpkins. The frost is gone now from the pumpkin. I've seen some sights.
Last night, all alone in a barroom, met a girl with a drink in her hand. She had ruby red lips, coal black hair, and eyes that would tempt any man. Then she came and sat down at my table, and as she placed her soft hands in mine, I found myself wanting to kiss her, for temptation was flowing like wine, and I was almost persuaded to strip myself of my pride. Almost persuaded to push my conscience aside Then we danced, and she whispered, I need you. Take me away from here and be my man. Then I looked into her eyes and I saw the reflection of my wedding band, and I was almost persuaded to let strange lips lead me on. Almost persuaded, but your sweet love made me stop and go home.
David Houston with Almost Persuaded. Not sure about that song. If I want to play that one, I just maybe too suggestive. We'll see. You know, I'm glad I have a conscience about the type of music and that's one that I might just not be too concerned. I mean, not play that one, because all we do, we want to magnify the Lord. And I know some people might question, then why are you playing this kind of music? Well, it's an avenue, believe me, for us to reach people for Jesus Christ. And that is truly, truly our goal, is to reach people for Christ. I have told you that as a Christian, I'm not ashamed to be a Christian. I'm not ashamed of it at all. And I want to be a Christian wherever I am. And I am open to God's conviction, like that last song. And I am open to, boy, how can I say this? Not necessarily a person's criticism, but a person's concern that perhaps that song shouldn't be played or whatever. But I will not, I hope, bring dishonor to the Lord. I love him too much. He's done too much for me. And I want to make him proud. I want to hear him one day say, well done, my good and faithful servant. And I pray that is your desire too. I have a desire to pastor again, and I don't want to have a reputation of just letting things slide and that kind of stuff. No way. I want to have a reputation of being a godly man. So I do look at songs we play, and some of them are just good listening, but if they get too suggestive or whatever, then I will pull them. But anyway, that's your sermon for tonight. I want to say hi to Jim and Tammy Jones Robinette, my good friends. Tammy was on here just a second ago, and I love these guys. Jim is now working for the Free Will Baptist Association, the national offices, and Tammy is still singing for the Lord, and I sure miss these guys. They are really, truly good friends. We tease about him liking Ohio State and the Cleveland Indians, and it's not his fault. He just lives there. He can't help it. But that doesn't stop us from being friends. So hello to him and George and Janine. Bobby, good to have you back. Ken, hello. To you and Joyce and Dana and all of you. Thank you for being with us tonight. All right. This is, a song by Jody Miller. I like Jody Miller. I think she's got a beautiful voice. And this is called Queen of the House.
6. Bacon and eggs to fix. 4 kids from 1 to 4. Pretty soon there'll be one more. I got old floors to wax and scrub, and there's a dirty old ring in the tub. I'll get a maid someday, but till then I'm the queen of the house. No time to fix my hair. Need a new dress to wear. Old clothes will have to do, 'cause the kids all need new shoes. I got bridge club each Tuesday night. He goes out with the boys and gets tired, but when the evening's through, he comes home to the queen of the house. I know the milkman, the ice man, they come every day. They give me tips on the horses to play, and when I've got the time to spare, I sit and wish that I'd picked a rich millionaire to sing up every day at 6. Bacon and eggs to fix. 4 kids from 1 to 4. Pretty soon there'll be one more, but Sundays I'm mighty glad we send the kids to his mom and dad. It's the day that makes me glad I'm queen of the house. Up every day at 6. Bacon and eggs to fix. 4 kids from 1 to 4. Pretty soon there'll be one more, but Sundays I'm mighty glad we send the kids to his mom and dad. It's the day that makes me glad I'm queen of the house. Up every day at 6. Bacon and eggs.
Carroll County's pointed out as kinda square. The biggest thing that happens is the county fair. I guess that's why it seemed like such a big event, what we all call the Carroll County accident. The wreck was on the highway just inside the line. Walter Browning lost his life, and for a time it seemed that Mary Ellen Jones would surely die, but she lived long enough for her to testify. Now Walter Browning was a happy married man. He wore a golden wedding ring upon his hand, but it was gone, nobody knew just where it went. He'd lost it in the Carroll County accident. Mary Ellen testified he flagged her down, said he was sick and could she drive him into town. And no one even doubted what she said was true, 'cause she was well respected in the county too. I went down to see the wreck like all the rest, the bloody seats, the broken glass, the tangled mess. But I found something no one else had even seen behind the dash in Mary's crumpled up machine. A little matchbox circled by a rubber band, and inside the ring from Walter Browning's hand. It took a while to figure out just what it meant, the truth about the Carroll County accident. By dark of night I dropped the ring into a well, and took a sacred oath that I would never tell the truth about the Carroll County accident, 'cause the county ordered Dad a marble monument. I lost him in the Carroll County accident.
Take the ribbon from my hair, shake it loose and let it fall, laying soft against your skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through tonight. I don't care what's right or wrong, I won't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday is dead and gone, and tomorrow's out of sight. And it's sad to be alone. Help me make it through tonight. And it's sad to be alone. Help me make it through tonight. I don't want to be alone. Help me make it through tonight.
Skip a rope, skip a rope. Oh, listen to the children while they play. Now ain't kind of funny what the children say. Skip a rope. Daddy hates mama, mama hates dad. Last night you should have heard the fight they had. Gave little sister another bad dream. She woke us all up with a terrible scream. Skip a rope, skip a rope. Oh, listen to the children while they play. Now ain't it kind of funny what the children say. Skip a rope. Cheat on your taxes, don't be a fool. Now what was that they said about a golden rule? Well, never mind the rule, just play to win. And hate your for the shade of his skin. Skip a rope, skip a rope. Oh, listen to the children while they play. Now ain't it kind of funny what the children say. Skip a rope, stab 'em in the back, that's the name of the game. Mama and Daddy are who's to blame. Skip a rope, skip a rope. Just listen to your children while they play.
It's really not very funny what your children say. Skip a rope, skip a rope, skip a rope.
That's Henson. Henson just once. Henson Cargill, who would skip a rope here at, wow, it's 25 minutes after 10. Can you believe it? That's what happens when you don't get started till almost 10. And sorry again about that. Hopefully that's not going to happen again, honestly. Okay, I want to get back to some more music. This time, this is by request. And I can't get all the requests. I try, but I can't. But this is one I could. So this is called Running Bear by Johnny Preston.
On the bank of the river stood Running Bear, young Indian brave. On the other side of the river stood his lovely Indian maid. Little white dove was her name, such a lovely sight to see. But their tribes fought with each other, so their love could never be. Running Bear loved little white dove with a love big as the sky. Running Bear loved little white dove with a love that couldn't die. He couldn't swim the raging river, 'cause the river was too wide. He couldn't reach little white dove waiting on the other side. In the moonlight he could see her throwing kisses across the waves. Her little heart was beating faster, waiting there for her brave. A running bear loved little white dove with a love big as the sky. Running bear loved little white dove with a love that couldn't die. Running bear dove in the water, little white dove did the same, and they swam out to each other. Through the swirling stream they came. As their hand touched and their lips met, the raging river pulled them down. Now they'll always be together in that happy hunting ground. Running Bear loved little white dove with a love big as the sky. Running Bear loved little white dove with a love that couldn't die.
Reason why I love you. The way you hold my hand, your laughing eyes, the way you understand your secret sighs, they're all part of 16 reasons why I love you. The way you comb your hair, your freckled nose, the way you say you care, your crazy clothes, that's just half of 16 reasons why I love you. Snuggling in the car, your wish upon a star, whispering on the phone, your kiss when we're alone, the way you thrill my heart, your voice so neat, you say we'll never part, our love's complete,
That is 16 Reasons, Connie Stevens, here on Rejoice, or on Memories. Came across this song the other day while going through some music, some old music that I have. When Kathy and I first got married, I mean, right after we got married, we were laying in bed, and all of a sudden I started singing a song to Kathy. And it was a song that the Smothers Brothers did a different version of. So I sang the one that Tommy Smothers sang. And it was called John Henry. And it said his was, John Henry was a little baby sitting on his mother's knee. His mother picked him up and looked him in the face and said, "This baby's done wet on me, Lord, Lord." And I sang that to Kathy, and she laughed and laughed and laughed. Now, it wasn't that funny. But you know how something strikes you funny and you just laugh and laugh? Well, this is the real version right here, and it's done by Johnny Cash, called The Legend of John Henry's Hammer.
John Henry's pappy woke him up one midnight. He said, "Before the sheriff comes, I want to tell you." He said, "Listen, boy, learn to hoist a jack and learn to lay a track. Learn to pick and shovel too, and take that hammer. It'll do anything you tell it to." John Henry's mammy had about a dozen babies. John Henry's pappy broke tail a dozen times. The babies all got sick, and when the doctor wanted money, he said, "I'll pay you a quarter at a time, starting tomorrow. That's a pay for a steel driver on this line." Then a section foreman said, "Hey, hammer swinger," said, "I see you brought your own hammer, boy, but what else can all them muscles do?" And he said, "I can hoist a jack, and I can lay a track. I can pick and shovel too." He said, "Can you swing that hammer?" And he said, "Do anything you hire me to." He said, "Now ain't you something? You so high and mighty with all them muscles. Go ahead, boy, pick up that hammer and show me what you can do." He said, "Get a rusty spike and swing that hammer down 3 times. Pay you a nickel a day for every inch you sink it to. Go on and do what you say you can do." With a steep-nosed hammer on a 4-foot switch handle, John Henry raised it back till it touched his heels, and the spike went through the cross tie and it split it half in two. 35 cents a day for driving steel. Said, "Sweat, boy, sweat. You owe me 2 more swings till I was born for driving steel." Well, now John Henry hammered in the mountains. He'd give a grunt and he'd give a groan with every swing. The women folks for miles around heard him and come down. Said, "What you make the cold steel ring? Lord, what a swinger. What you make the cold steel ring?" Then the bad boss come up laughing at John Henry. He said, "You full of vinegar now, but you about through. We gonna get a steam drill to do your share of driving. Then what's all them muscles gonna do, huh, John Henry? Gonna take a little bit of vinegar out of you." John Henry said, "I feed 4 little brothers, and my baby sister's walking on her knees. Now did the Lord say that machines ought to take the place of living? Then what's a substitute for bread and beans? I ain't seen it. Do engines get rewarded for their steam?" And John Henry said to his captain, said, "A man ain't nothing but a man. But you can bring that steam drill around and I'll beat it fair and honest. I'll die with that hammer in my hand, but I'll be laughing, 'cause you can't replace a steel driving man." There was a big crowd of people at the mountain. John Henry said to the steam drill, "How is you?" I said, "Pardon me, Mr. Steam Drill, I suppose you didn't hear me." I said, "How you, huh? Can you hoist a jack? Can you lay a track? Can you pick and shovel too, huh? Listen, this hammer swinger's talking to you." John Henry! And somebody hollered, the mountains gave him in. John Henry told his captain, tell the kind folks, don't worry. That ain't nothing but my hammer sucking wind that keeps me breathing. The steel driver's muscle like tin. Captain, tell the people move back further. I'm at the finish line and ain't no drill.